West Ham are not an exclusive club by any stretch of the imagination, but we are one of a few clubs that historically have disagreements and a separation from our board. So you'll often hear, particularly by apologists for what's happening at the moment, you will often hear, well, it's always been like this at West Ham. It was the same with Terence Brown and so on and so forth. And that's true, by the way. But it doesn't mean that we should really let it go. The difference is now is that everybody has a voice, which, whether you agree or disagree with social media, and I do not like the place, I've got to say, the actual concept of everybody having a voice is a good thing. It means you can be heard. It means you can canvass opinion. And I tell you what, on yesterday's video about Diangana, there's really no doubt about a canvassing opinion on there. Because there is a massive discord and a massive disconnect between the fan base and the ownership. Now, if I were to say that the fans are going into meltdown, maybe that is overly dramatic. But even if it was, I'm pretty sure the board would say, what's new? They're always annoyed about something. They're always protesting about something. Even only yesterday or today, as I'm recording this, Jim White of Talk Sport was really quite damning and quite patronising and saying, what do they want? They always do this. At the start of every season, they kick off, I paraphrase, but words to that effect. What he always does, by the way, is damns us with faint praise. What he does, gives a little pat on the head. Oh, well done. So he'll say, you know what? I like West Ham fans. Nice. Salt of the earth, working class. You know when Jim White starts with that statement that something patronising is about to follow. It's his way out. It's his way of saying, oh, no, I do like. Remember, I said that thing about them being nice working class fans. So he says that about us, and then he says, what do they want? The owners are doing a good job. Get behind them. Support the team. Support more. Like we don't support the team, by the way. That's always levelled against us. You're critical of the board, support the team. Well, we do. They're two separate things entirely, which is why the protest, the Hammers United protest, was so good. Because actually, we protested, we wouldn't have supported the team. Two separate things. Keep it separate, absolutely. But there's such a massive disconnect now between the board and the fans that the board must have looked at what was happening. Yesterday I covered it. Who in that boardroom thought it was a good idea to sell Grady Diangana? Who in that boardroom, and I say boardroom in a metaphorical terms, there is a boardroom, but they're not in it. On the conference call, on the Zoom call, who amongst them turned around and said, this ain't a great idea? I discussed it yesterday. Because they must have known. Even if it was just a solitary decision by David Sullivan to say, let's do this, he must have known. Don't tell me David Sullivan didn't discuss it, even with Jack or with young David. Don't tell me they didn't know or somebody didn't know. Somebody must have said, this ain't a great decision. But at the point they decide to make that decision, where's our statement? Where's our explanation? And not just on this Diangana thing, by the way. Because quite frankly, we've heard nothing since they promised us the earth. The next level, the Champions League, all of that stuff, not selling our best young players. All phrases that were uttered by someone or other. I don't know. Who cares whether it's Goldbrady or Sullivan? They've all said things to that effect. They've all indicated that we were move on to bigger and better things. But where's our explanation? Where's our climb down? Where is it? They seem to think that they can just leak this information and we'll just all understand it. That's fine. But where is it? Why don't they actually come out and explain things have changed? Things are not good. That stuff we promised you, we can't do it. We can't deliver it. But they don't. The silence is absolutely deafening. Because I tell you what, this sale of Grady Diangana should have come, by the way, with an explanation. As I recalled this at 20 minutes past 5 on Thursday, September the 3rd, Grady Diangana's just packed his bags at the training ground. Said his goodbye to all the teammates. Apparently, being announced today officially as a West Brom player. Which in itself is absolutely gutting. And I'll tell you what, as much as anything else, it's sort of sucked the life out of me, this one. It's made me totally and utterly, I wouldn't say depressed. Depressed is a strong word, but very funny, very hard to get motivated about anything West Ham at the moment. I think it's shocked a lot of people. I think it's shocked other people. Look, he's going to West Brom. But the moment that other people thought, oh, hold on a second, West Ham were going to sell Grady Diangana, Ajax came sniffing around, Fulham came sniffing around, Bayer Leverkusen come sniffing around. The deal was done. It seems that Diangana wants to go and play for Slaven Bilic anyway, and that you can understand. But the point of the matter is, I think it was a surprise to everybody. But why not let us know? Why not just say to us, manage expectations? That's what you're in a lot, not just business, relationships, anything. Manage expectations. Don't promise loads, and it's just ridiculous, and then under-deliver. Because just reading through the comments, and I can't read through all the comments, there are so many comments just on the videos that it's people are very, very unhappy. What I've got to say as well about the videos, by the way, there are a couple of people who have put on the videos, look, this may well turn out to be a good transfer for West Ham. You know, I don't think Diangana was as good a player as you think and stuff like that. I want to say that's absolutely fine. I really appreciate that no one's jumped in on them because, quite frankly, a lot of social media has become quite feral at the moment, and I've just seen outright bullying on there from people who disagree with one another. So thank you very much to everybody who, you know, conducts themselves really, really well in the chat and have been able to take on an alternative opinion, and that's absolutely fine. Diangana might not turn out to be a world-class player or a decent Premier League player. We don't know, but he deserved the opportunity to try, and the board should have had their finger on the pulse enough to say, no, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. Now, what we've had is a sort of half-arsed explanation, which I guess I can only guess Claret and Hugh phoned up for an interview, and they've done it as a source, and they've turned around and said, well, we couldn't sell Lanzini, we couldn't sell Anderson. Diangana's the only one we've had a bid for. Okay, I sort of believe that. But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that no one's interested in Felipe Anderson? Well, that's their fault for getting the transfer wrong in the first place, for buying the wrong player, for not having a scouting system, for not doing their due diligence. You spend £35 million a player, I will accept that a little bit of money has been knocked off for coronavirus. Not a huge amount. Look at how everyone's spending at the moment. Everyone's starting to spend up. Why? Why do we have all of these non-saleable assets? Surely it's telling you something about your buying and selling if the only people anyone wants to buy are the people from your academy. And Josh Cullen will be off soon as well, by the way. Now, I'm not saying Josh Cullen's going to be the next Steven Gerrard. I'm really not. But I just think it's getting a little bit silly now. And I think it's getting a little bit silly with what's happening with the board and with what's happening with the fans. And if they don't nip this in the bud, quite frankly, I think it's too late. And it's their own fault that they've left it too late. And what's happening is, rather than them coming out and being honest, we're getting drip-fed stuff. This sounds very familiar. Oh, Ben Rama. You might say, don't worry, you might say Ben Rama. I'm very, very cynical about that, I've got to say. I can't imagine that. And then we're drip-fed, we might be in a significant signing happening in 2 weeks. Why? Why will it happen in 2 weeks? Why is a significant signing happening now? For a defender. An impressive defender. What's this all about? I don't understand. We're also getting drip-fed that, there might be an ownership on the horizon. Really? That's quite funny, because I also received a text on my phone. Maybe I can edit it in and pop it up there. You couldn't make it up, right? Yesterday, they sanctioned the sale of Diangana. And today, I get a message on my phone saying, don't forget about your season ticket. Leave it out, will you? Please, have a bit of class. Fine, it's an automated message, but you can turn automated messages off. I mean, you want me to renew? Give me some flaming incentive. Sorry, I just spat on my hip when I was shouting. Give me some incentive to renew. Give me something. Dangle a carrot. For goodness sake. We might get taken over soon. I know that's not come from the board, but all this stuff. A new defender, really. Ben Rama, yeah, he's good. We think he's better than that. We might be getting taken over soon. Just when we're in the final 3 days before renewing your season ticket. Really? Declan Rice don't look in good fit. Anyway, does he really? Let's be fair. I wouldn't be surprised if Chelsea signed him, even if he was fit. Souček's got the flu. And is in quarantine. It just seems like a really depressing few days. And I do try and be as upbeat as I can on these videos. I really do. If there's something to laugh and joke about or something to be a bit silly about, I'll grab it. That's what I want to do. But this is absolutely silly. And then you get not the final nail in the coffin. I called that yesterday's video the final insult. I meant it was the final sort of insult for me, and people were saying, "Oh, there's more to come." Yeah, you're right. I know you're all right. I'm not saying I expect this to be the last bad thing that happens at West Ham, but it's just one on top of each other. So I was never convinced that David Moyes wanted Eze. I was very convinced he wanted Matty Cash, though. Very convinced. Very, very convinced. Made total sense. Position we needed somebody in. I know we've been in for him. I know we've bid for him from Nottingham Forest, and we'd certainly done so when David Moyes was in charge. Matty Cash going to Aston Villa. How can this be allowed to happen? How come they've got money? Everyone seems to have money apart from us. Yet our owners are billionaires. Are they not worth 1.5 billion between a pair of them, Gold and Sullivan? Okay. Let's say they've lost a lot of their money, their investments have gone down. Say it. Come out. Make a statement. Stop the silence. Say we can't afford it anymore. Because what are we just meant to do? Guess? Guess at everything? And it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking. It's because the hope that kills you, by the way. And I look at the team and I make me teams up and do these videos and get excited. Oh, yeah, Rice and Souček in the middle. Let's move Fornals in behind the front three, and we'll have Bowen and we'll have Antonio and we'll have Diangana on the left. I try and get excited. I even say things like, do you know what? I don't think we need an. I think with one or two signings here and there, we'll be an all right team. And I'm not saying selling Diangana gets us relegated, by the way. I do think there's a competency of David Moyes, and I think his coaching team's quite good. And I do think we've got some good players. But just because of that doesn't mean you sell the family silver without explanation. And it's absolutely gutting to see Villa signing someone for 15 million. We can't, from Nottingham Forest. This is not the Nottingham Forest of old, of European Cup winners. It's not Brian Clough's Nottingham Forest. It's Nottingham Forest that haven't been in the top division for donkey's years. Why can't we buy a player off Nottingham Forest? Why can't we afford him? I don't think we wanted Eze, but even if we did, is anybody confident we've got enough money to buy a player off of Queen's Park Rangers? Probably not. A lot of things going around at the moment as well. And I don't, but there's a lot of rumours, and you've got to expect these rumours, and you've got to have a bit of sympathy. I don't believe every single one of them. You've got to have sympathy for people that are saying them, because the fans are just frustrated, and the board don't seem to know this at all. Don't seem to understand the mindset that everyone's in. But one of the rumours is, okay, you hear them all. Diangana wanted to stay. Diangana wanted to leave. Moyes wanted Diangana to stay. Moyes wanted Diangana to leave. All rumours are peddled to suit somebody's agenda. What's the truth? I don't know. I don't know what the truth is, but I do know what the sensible course of action is. I am sensible enough to know, if I was in their position, I think this is going to really upset people. Let's not do this. Tell you what, let's have a sort out. Let's inject a few more funds into the club, which everybody else seems to be doing. All the other teams seem to be doing. Keep Diangana. Let's get to the end of the window. Let's call Lazio's bluff. Let's call the other clubs bluff. Because let's be fair, we're going to get to the end of the window, and then people are going to say, actually, Anderson will take him. It's not like we've sold Diangana now because we couldn't sell Felipe Anderson, so now Felipe Anderson's not for sale. Oh, no, he's for sale as well. Everyone's for sale in the West Ham boutique. I can assure you of that. But why not? Because the right thing to do is to say, do you know what, we'll buy your Matty Cash, or whoever it may be. But to treat the fans as mugs, to treat the fans as fools and just say, oh no, we'll dangle the carrot of Ben Rama. Oh, we got a really good, I don't know why I'm doing that. That means that's inverted commas, a really good defender. We've got a really good defender. Take a couple of weeks. I'll tell you what, you stall and you stutter and you dilly and you dally, and you don't get your defender in a couple of weeks, if indeed we're even looking at one, by the way. Because someone like Aston Villa comes in and buys Matty Cash. Someone like Fulham comes in and buys, what's his name, Anthony Robinson. Did they buy him? Perhaps they did. I think they did. Crystal Palace come in and buy Eze. You get the idea. Someone buys old Rico Henry or Ollie Watkins or whatever position you might be looking at it in. And then I read that we got rid of Diangana because we've got 7 wingers. Now, look, I am a big advocate of this. You know this. If you watch these videos, I've said all along, don't buy Eze. We've got sort of 3 players that can play in that position. And centre attacking midfield, we've got 3 players that can play that. But 7 wingers, are you stretching it? Are you calling Fornals a winger? Are you calling a winger? Lanzini's a winger? It's they treat us all like fools. They really do. I mean, Antonio's a winger. Yeah, okay, is he? Yes. But he's been used as a forward, right? So do we class him as one? Well, bearing in mind we only have Sebastian Haller and Antonio, we better start classing Antonio as a forward. Because actually, otherwise, if we class him as a winger, we've only got one recognised striker. Oh, is that healthy? I don't think so. Yarmolenko's a winger? Absolutely. No problem. Anderson? Yes. Bowen? Yes. Am I missing? Oh, are we classing Masuaku as one? Fornals ain't. Lanzini ain't. I just think it's getting silly. And at this point where they do eventually sanction the sale, where's the statement? I know I've already said this at the start of the video, but it's annoyed me. Make your statement. Don't leave everybody to just get angry. Don't leave everybody in a muddle. Don't hope for the best. Don't leak all this information. Oh, we're going to sign this player, we're going to sign that player. We ain't signing anyone at the moment, and that's what it looks like. It just looks like we're selling players. Hugo, Ajeti, fine. But, I mean, let's be fair, that brought in some money. Where's our player? Made massive savings on wages with Zabaleta and with Sanchez and others. We made a massive saving the season before last. Andy Carroll, Perez on 70 grand a week, right? Obiang went. We have made a massive saving on wages. I do wonder. Look, the unfortunate thing was with football, you don't actually see the books until more or less a year later. So we don't really know. I do think the ownership carrot is sort of being dangled as appeasement. I think the owners know that we want new owners. So I don't think it harms them to see that rumour peddled out there that somebody else new might be coming in. Particularly on the day it's announced, by the way. Look at it. If you're cynical like me, look at that. The day it's announced, our academy graduate, Diangana, is signing for somebody else, is the day it's announced or leaked that new owners are interested in West Ham. How convenient. Do you know what? I actually saw it. I saw it happening in the comments on one of the videos. The narrative, very clever, very clever. The narrative started changing from Diangana to, oh, there's some new owners interested in us. Oh, very good. Well done. Look, I'm not impressed with any of this. I'm really not. I want people to speak up. Not leaks, not suggested, not whatever it's unsubstantiated person has commented or whatever. Undisclosed source, sorry, is the term I'm looking at. Come out, make a statement. They need to do it now. Because quite frankly, momentum is building from the fan base to get them out, and it will become absolutely untenable. And they were quick enough on Sky Sports, by the way, to ask the fella of the Sunday Supplement to retract his statement. When he was unequivocally scathing about the board at West Ham on a Sunday Supplement. The very next day, at the very start of the show, we would like to apologise and retract any sort of comments we made about the West Ham board. They have up to this point invested X, Y and Z in West Ham. They were quick enough to do that. Well, bearing in mind they got such long tentacles, for want of a better word, they've got such a long reach, they got their claws into the media. Why don't they grab hold of Jim White and say, you need to stop this, because actually you're just rubbing West Ham fans up the wrong way. Don't damn them with faint praise and insult them, because that's what's happened. I'll put the clip up here. If I thought it wouldn't, it would just get the video blocked. If I thought it wouldn't get the video blocked, I'll put it up here. You want to listen to the fella yesterday? I think go on Knees Up Mother Brown. They got a lovely little article on it. Just do a little search there. Maybe I'll put the link underneath. Absolute disgrace. I don't know what they've got up their sleeve. I suspect they got nothing up their sleeve. I suspect they're an illusionless magician in that respect. There's no rabbit to pull out the hat. There's no ace of spades up the sleeve at all. Because they'd have to do something pretty damn special now to turn this around. And that's what I said in yesterday's video. Had the fixture list have been kinder, they might have thought, oh well, you know, we got I'll pick 3 easier teams. Oh, we got 3 easier teams first up. If we get 9 points on the board or 7 points on the board, the fans will forget about all this. Well, you want to look at who we're playing. You look at who we're playing at the start of the season. They're These people are an abomination. They really, really are. Look, what have we done? 20 minutes, 20 minutes. I only meant to speak for 10. Look, there's more and more to come on this, but we've got a game coming up Saturday against Bournemouth. I'll tell you what, the next 2 weeks or the next weeks. Well, why did I say 2 weeks for the transfer? By the way, we've got just over a week until the season starts. Why would you not get him in beforehand? Anyway, sorry, I said I'm starting again, and I'm going to go. Thanks for tuning in.